So today we're going to be taking a look at a protective case from Poetic. And a huge shout out to Poetic for sending this case over to me to review for you guys. Now this is the Poetic Neon MagPro series, and I do have it in the black version. So it comes with a MagSafe version and a non-MagSafe version. I'm going to be taking a look at the MagSafe version today, and I'll show you guys the non-MagSafe one real quick just so you can kind of see it. But let's take a look at the packaging. So basically just Poetic on the front. Nothing really here on the back. It's kind of all you get. So opening it up here from the top. So it just comes in this basically styrofoam almost type of paper material. We'll set that over here. And here you get your case. So what we're looking at here is a two-part style case. So the inner is a TPE style rubbery material that'll provide you with some shock absorption. And the outer is a polycarbonate material that's also going to give you that nice hard shell. Now this one does have MagSafe built in, and it is a kickstand built in as well. So that's really nice to see. So I'm going to go ahead and put this here all together, and let's take a look at the back of it. So on the back, like I said, you do get that polycarbonate material. You do get some of that grip right here with the TPE material that kind of pokes through here, so it adds that extra grip right here as well as on the sides. And of course you get that kickstand, which we will test out here shortly, but that is your MagSafe ring, and it also acts as a kickstand so you can sit the phone vertically or horizontally. So let's go ahead and take a look at the inside. Now the inside does have this little pattern right here. It does give you military standard drop protection, and you get a whole bunch of shock absorption material going around on the inside as well as reinforced corners. That way you guys can definitely feel free to drop this case I should say, and you shouldn't have to worry about it breaking the phone. Now this is kind of meant for your outdoor athletes or your construction workers, anybody who's looking for that rugged protection, but not too thick of a case. So let's go ahead and weigh this real quick. Bring over our scale, get that here in the middle. All right, so we are in grams, and we're looking at 67 grams, guys. So this is a heavy-duty case for sure. You're gonna feel the weight of this case, but it's not too terribly thick, and it doesn't necessarily feel incredibly heavy for what you are getting out of this. So you're getting that great grip, that great drop protection, and a nice sturdy type of case that very much so reminds me of like an OtterBox commuter or something along those lines, if you guys have ever used that case. But that is the weight on it, 67 grams. Now let's go ahead and bring over our caliper, and we'll see how thick it is. Now this is a little bit of a thicker case than you guys normally see on the channel, but it's not terrible. So looking here, we are looking at 13.4 millimeters thick from front to back, and the sides we're looking at 4.6 millimeters to 4.7 millimeters thick. So just measuring that one more time for good measure, 4.7 millimeters. So you're getting a pretty decently thick case. However, it's not so thick to where it's like uncomfortable to hold in your hands or anything along those lines. This is comfortable to hold and use, especially with all that grip going around, and it is meant for that rugged protection. So let's go ahead and actually install our phone into here. So I'm gonna separate this. Now I don't know if you have to or not. I'm sure you can probably take your phone and just kind of put it in all together, but I wanna do it correctly for the video for you guys. So let's go ahead and move all these corners on here. And taking a look first just around what we have with the TPE rubber material here. So the top on it is open, but don't forget we do have a closed in part. So the entire case is closed in, but I'm just showing you the TPE material for right now. The top is open. The sides are open right here where the grip would be, but your buttons are covered and you get that grippy material. The bottom, you have kind of a little bit of a material going around right there, and the right-hand side is the same as the left to where this part is open, but the rest of it is closed in. So what we're gonna do now is take the outer shell, and you just kind of have to align it just like you would with any of these other, two-part cases. Just go side to side, nice and slow, be easy with it, and you can align it every single which way, and there we go. So now taking a look at the fit on it, it's definitely got a pretty good fit. You do have to give it a little bit of force to move it around right here, but that is that TPE material that does have a little bit of give. And around the buttons, it doesn't have the polycarbonate material anywhere, so you are going to get a little bit of give around the buttons. Here on the bottom, completely stiff, there's no movement. And on the top, just I mean, you got to really push it to even have it go anywhere. So definitely a good fit on here. Let's test out those corners. Nice click there. 2, 3, and 4. Now, like I said, those corners are reinforced, so you will be good to go if you do drop it on any of those. But all in all, it's a super protective and rugged case. Now, let's go ahead and see what it looks like around the sides completely with the case on. Now, on the top, it is completely closed in. On the left-hand side, we do have a good bit of grip right here and there, and your buttons. So here is your action button, volume up and down. Let's listen to how those buttons sound. Nice clicky buttons on there. They are rubbery buttons, so you're not going to get that like feedback that you would for metal or plastic buttons, but you can definitely feel them. They're protruded. They do have some grip on each button, so you kind of can see what each button is and what it does right there. And all in all, nice clicky buttons. Moving along to the bottom, you do have equal cutouts for your microphone and your speaker, as well as a nice wide open USB Type-C port. So let's go ahead and bring over our cable here. I have my trusty Anchor cable. Plug that in. There we go. We're charging. And if you guys can see right there, you have a nice wide open USB Type-C port. So all of your thicker head cables will definitely fit in there with no issues. And moving along to the right-hand side, you get those same grips going right there. And it is completely closed in, and you have your power button. So let's go ahead and test out the MagSafe on here, and then we'll check out the stand. So let's go ahead and bring over our Apple MagSafe wallet. We'll attach that. There we go. No MagSafe animation on here, which is a little bit concerning. So, I mean, I guess it doesn't really matter because it's just a little gimmick. As long as it, really holds onto your phone, that's kind of what matters the most. And as you can see, guys, you can move it around a good bit. Now, it does a little bit, if you can see that right there, just move, but you do have to kind of push it off of it in order for this to come off. So it's going to keep your MagSafe wallet on there pretty securely, all right? And moving along to the Apple MagSafe battery pack, there we go. Now we get a MagSafe animation. So with that, you can definitely sit here and give this a little bit of a shake. And I do kind of see, yeah, it's slipping a little bit, but I'm wondering if that's just this stand coming out. I've noticed with a lot of these cases, guys, that do have this MagSafe ring that is also a kickstand, sometimes it ends up kind of going like this to where it starts to detach, if you can see that right there, and the stand wants to bring itself back, but whatever MagSafe accessory you're using wants to kind of come off. So that is just something to note with this one, but the MagSafe is pretty strong on here, and like I said, you do have to give it a good shake, and it's not coming off. So that is the Apple MagSafe battery pack. And moving along to our Anchor 623, let's see how this one goes. So we'll go ahead and attach it right there, and you can definitely give it a good little shake before it starts to come off right there. So let me try that one more time. Yeah, nice decent shake before you drop the MagSafe stand. So that shouldn't be too much of an issue. Nobody really ever, goes and shakes their stand or their accessories like that. I just want to show you guys the MagSafe strength. And looking at our 365-degree rotation test, here you're typing a text, scrolling through Instagram or Twitter, which, by the way, follow me, guys, at Brian's_tech or 2 underscores for Twitter. Shameless plug right there. But yeah, I mean, sit there, type a text or an email, draw something, play a game, whatever you guys do on your phone, you'll be good to go there. And if you want to switch it over and watch YouTube, go to your favorite Brian's Tech video, you can sit here and click around with no issues at all without having to worry about the case falling off of the stand at all. So definitely should be good with that. All right, and just to give it that little rotation as usual, you'll be fine with that with no issues. So let's talk about this stand. So with the stand, you just kind of have to fish your fingernail under there, and you are able to pull it down and use it in a few different situations. So first of all, you can of course use it as like almost like a pop socket / finger holder right there. So you can definitely, if you don't want to hold your phone down at the bottom, especially since this is on the heavier side, if you don't use like a pop socket or anything like that, it may put a little bit of a dent in your pinky finger just because of the weight of the phone case and the phone itself. I mean, it's heavy, but it's there for that rugged protection. So you can easily use this as like a phone holder. That's number one. Number two, you can use it as the kickstand, as I was mentioning before, and sit here, tap around, no issues whatsoever, and you're good to go. So then we can also turn it sideways. And if you're watching YouTube or whatever you're doing, you can definitely click around on this one without any issues of it falling down. So that is really nice to see. And this case, I've noticed that it has one of the better hinges on here. That way it's not really flapping around, or it doesn't lose your MagSafe accessories as quickly as some of the other cases I've seen. Now, other ones, if you use something like a MagSafe battery pack or a pop socket, if you do that, as soon as you start to pull it away, it'll come off. But with this one, it really does require a little bit of a pull with that. So that's kind of how that MagSafe ring right there is going to work with that kickstand. It should be fine with all your accessories, but just kind of gauge it yourself depending on what you use, especially with those stronger magnet accessories like the Apple MagSafe battery pack or a pop socket especially. Pop sockets have some of the strongest MagSafe that I've ever seen on an accessory. That should definitely be good to go with this case. Now, one thing we didn't do is take a look at that screen protection and that camera protection, so I gave it a little bit of a wipe down. I am using a tempered glass screen protector, which is edge to edge, and obviously this case works just fine with that. There is no peeling. But looking at that screen lip, guys, you definitely have a pretty decent screen lip right there. So you can feel free to set that down on pretty much any surface, and it shouldn't scratch up your screen. And same thing with that camera lip right there. Nice proper camera ring, so you can easily set that down on its back, especially with this rugged back right here. Set that on pretty much any surface you want to, and that's not going to scratch up your camera or the back of your phone. Now, you get those grips right here, guys. The grips are on the sides. This thing is a very grippy phone case, so it is there for, especially if you're someone who your hands are dirty or wet or oily a lot. I can recommend something like this for you if it's just kind of the practical application that you need. It's a very practical case. It covers every edge and every corner of your phone. Got that good grip, pretty good MagSafe, nice screen protection and camera protection. So let's talk about the price on it. Now, the price on this one is $24.95 on Poetic's website, or $26.95 that I have seen on Amazon. And the colors it comes in are this black one and pink. But they also have just the regular Neon series, which looks like this, right? But the one downside about it for me is that there is no MagSafe, guys, and I can't do that. I cannot use a case that does not have MagSafe built in. And just to show you, there is no MagSafe ring on the inside, just like with this one, but there's also not one on the outside either. So just to test that, if you guys want to, we'll bring over the Anker 623, and I'll just kind of run it against all over here. Let me set this one off to the side. And if you see, there is no MagSafe on this one. And we can take our accessories, and they fall right off. So no MagSafe, unfortunately, is no-go for me. Now, this one is cheaper, and of course, it depends on the application that you guys are using this for. If you're just using a case, you don't really care too much about MagSafe, and you just want that drop protection, that nice, rugged cased feel, yeah, you can pick this one up, and especially it's only $16.95 on Poetic's site and on Amazon. So for less than 20 bucks, if you're not somebody who doesn't care about MagSafe, you can pick this one up, and this one also comes in a bunch of other colors. And by the way, both of these cases will be linked down in the description below. But for me, I can't do it. I have to have MagSafe. I use so many MagSafe accessories between charging and just at work, doing these videos. I test all these MagSafe accessories. That's a huge, huge, huge key factor for me. It's a must-have. But with that being said, guys, let me know what you think about the Poetic case down in the comments below. Have you ever tried a Poetic case before, or are you interested in this one? Let me know down below. Make sure you guys like and subscribe, and if you're interested in another great protective case, I'll leave that video right there.